Vacation Alert France. It should come as no surprise that France is the most visited country in the world, given the country's remarkable cultural and natural legacy, as well as its exceptional cuisine, wine, and fashion. You can go there by airline, rail, or boat, and it couldn't be easier for people from the United Kingdom to get there. Whether you're looking for a long weekend with your significant other or a week with your family, the alternatives to things to do once you arrive are virtually limitless. Whether it's going shopping in Paris, going wine tasting in Bordeaux, surfing in Biarritz, or basking in the sun on the Côte d'Azur, France has a lot to offer. Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today, we are going to talk about France. Before we get started with the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get started. Number 10. Vernon. Trust the Claude Monet Gardens, which are located close to Vernon, are extremely popular for a good reason. They are a riot of color, with gardens that closely imitate the flower beds and lily ponds that Monet immortalized. The former residence of Claude Monet, Clos Normand, has been meticulously renovated and now features a garden designed in the French manner, which is adorned with irises and gladioli. The water garden is located nearby, and it is a mystical place where willows melt with lily pads and wisteria blossoms violet throughout the banks of the water. Number 9. Bordeaux. It is difficult to find a more ideal location for a finest break than Bordeaux. Regardless of whether your preferred alcoholic beverage is a glass of claret or the delectably caramelized sauternes. The city itself is divided in half by the Garonne River, which allows for wine-themed cruises to travel along its path. The city is packed with opulent Gothic architecture. The Museum La Cite du Vin, which is designed like a decanter and is located on the left bank, is an ultra-modern structure that explores the culture and traditions of wine in France and abroad. However, the beauty of the place is not fully appreciated until one ventures out into the countryside that surrounds the city. Although the historic village of Saint-Emilion is particularly lovely, it is also worthwhile to travel to Arcachon, which is located on the coast, in order to have oysters that have something cool and zippy combined with them. Number 8. Nimes. Taking inspiration from the most beautiful towns in the south, Nimes is home to all of the essential pieces of classical architecture, including the arena and the temple of Maison Carré. In spite of this, the city's most significant accomplishment has been to maintain, in addition to the ancient stones, the spirit of full-blooded Latin vitality that flows around them. The celebrations are fully underway. It is not necessary for you to like the bullfighting, but you will need to have a strong will and a desire to experience chaos. Number 7. Valence. In the hands of Anne-Sophie, the third generation, the city's Maison Pic maintains 3 Michelin stars with ever-changing menus at the top of French gastronomy. This establishment is the new culinary headquarters of France. Additionally, there are the traditional restaurants that serve stuffed tripe and other classic dishes, accompanied by the luscious wines of the Côte du Rhône. Number 6. Menton. A vertiginous tangle of ochre houses, Baroque churches, and the fragrances of Mediterranean cookery, as well as fine sand beaches and luxurious seaside structures from the Wedding Cake School of Design, Menton is a town that is brimming with exotic gardens, and the old town has the air of an otherworldly Mediterranean. The trek down the rocky coastline, which takes place beneath the most luxurious headland villas that can be found around Cap Martin, is even more enjoyable. It is also the location of Mirazur, which has been awarded 3 Michelin stars and is considered to be among the top restaurants in the world. Number 5. Provence. Lavender fields, art galleries, and perfumeries are just some of the things that make Provence one of the most effortlessly elegant rural parts of the world. As stunning as it is, over the course of several centuries, the landscape of Provence, which includes Avignon and Aix-en-Provence to the west and mountains to the east, has served as a source of inspiration for painters and writers. The city of Avignon is especially charming because of its café culture. The ruins of the Pont d'Avignon Bridge, which dates back to the 12th century, and the magnificent Palais des Papes, which served as the residence of the anti-popes throughout the 14th century or so. Number 4. Burgundy. It is by taking the open road that one can truly appreciate the expansiveness and diversity of the French countryside. And Burgundy is a region that is considered to be the quintessential touring country. Spend some time in its picturesque medieval towns and pay a visit to some of the most renowned wine growers in the nation. Both the magnificent Fontainebleau, which was formerly a hunting park, and Dijon, which is known as the mustard capital, should not be missed. Number 3. Champagne. A little over an hour to the east of Paris is where the world's most famous bubbles are created. Around 260 champagne houses can be found in close proximity to the River Marne, which is a popular destination for cyclists, kayakers, and drivers who want to pedal, paddle, and putter. Rural land values in this region are among the highest in the world, with prices exceeding 1 million euros per hectare. This is the reason why grape terraces belonging to Bollinger and Veuve-Clicquot are planted so near lovely cities such as Epernay and Reims on the French Riviera. During the maturation process, champagne wines are stored in enormous basements that may be explored by torchlight, and tastings are made by candlelight. Number 2. Normandy. In addition to gaining knowledge about the Second World War, this is the location where you can pay your respects to the fallen warriors. Museums, memorials, and cemeteries may be seen all around the 5 beaches that are designated as D-Day, Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juno, and Sword. These beaches commemorate the day in June 1944 when 135,000 Allied troops landed on the beaches of France as part of an operation that ultimately resulted in the liberation of France. Additionally, you should not come here without paying a visit to Bayeux, which is home to a tapestry that depicts the Norman conquest of England in the year 1066. You should also pay a visit to Mont Saint-Michel, which has been a place of devotion since the 8th century. Number 1. Paris. Regardless of the time of year, Paris is the ideal location for a city break because of its charming boutiques, charming street cafes, and famous sites like the Eiffel Tower and the Arc de Triomphe located throughout the city. It is referred to as the City of Light, and it does not cost a single penny to take a stroll around La Ville Lumière, which extends from the glittering vitrines of Galeries Lafayette to the banks of the Seine, which are protected by the UNESCO World Heritage Site. In the meantime, the museums in the capital of France are often regarded as among the best in the world in terms of art, culture, and fashion. When this attractiveness is combined with the fact that Paris is home to parks, palaces, and stores of world-class quality, it is not surprising that Paris is the most visited city in the world. That's the end of the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.